It's me again. I just wanted to do a quick video on how to get started with the 10-stitch blanket. I had a lot of questions and a lot of people asking me, how do you get started? When do you do your second corner? How do you know where to join? How do you know when to end and start a new corner? So I thought today I would just do a really quick video and show you how to get started. In the description below, I had put a link to the pattern, the original pattern. You can pretty much follow that and just use these techniques if you like the way this looks. So right here you can see I'm just finishing up my first corner. I have one gap left, and I did a video on how to do a corner. If you missed it, I will also link that video in the description below. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this corner and show you how to get started on the second corner. So just going to finish this up. And like I said, if you missed the corner video, there will be a link to it in the description. So if you haven't seen it, this may look a little odd to you. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this row, and then I will show you what to do next when getting started. Like I said, the pattern, it calls for, you cast on your 10 stitches and you knit for 18 rows or 9 ridges, and then you start your corner. And this is what I'm finishing up the corner now. So, okay, my first corner is complete. Now this is the only time in this blanket that you're going to make a corner back to back from one another. So I just finished my first corner, and now I'm going to start my second corner right away. I'm going to go ahead and start with the short rows again. And it would be very helpful if you watched my corner video to know what I'm talking about right now. It's my modified version of how to do a mitered corner without wraps and turns. You just do short rows. See, I knitted 9, I still have 1 left on my needle, and I'm just going to turn my work. And I'm going to do that all the way until I have 1 stitch left. I'm not going to go over the whole process with you in this video because I've already done a video on the corner, so if you want to watch that video first, it might be helpful. Okay, so basically I'm just going to do another corner. So again, like I said, I'm going to do my short rows and finish another corner, and I will come right back as soon as I'm almost done with this second corner. So give me a second. Okay, and I'm back, and as you can see, I finished up the second corner. Well, I'm almost finished. I left 1 gap left to close it up, and then I'm going to show you how I start joining to the sides. Okay, so let me finish up this corner real quick. I just wanted to show you the steps so you don't add any extra or don't add any at all. So hold on, let me get there. Okay, I'm coming to my last gap, so I'm going to close it. Okay. Oh, missed it. There we go. Okay. All right, we are almost ready to join. And a lot of you had questions on joining and you didn't know exactly where to join. So that's why I decided to show you. Okay, I now have 10 normal stitches on my needle after completing the second row. Okay, so you want to join. I personally join in between the ridges. I think it gives it I think it makes it flatter, and I know exactly where I'm going because I can see in between the ridges very well. Instead of, say, going into the ridges, I don't have luck with that. And I think it's very bulky Just my opinion, but I think it's bulky when you go into a ridge opposed to when you go in between the ridges. So let me show you how I do that. And like I said, you can join wherever you want or wherever you feel most comfortable joining or whatever you like the best. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it looks good to you, then it's good enough. So, show you. I'm just going to knit all 10 stitches. And I did do a video on the joining, but I want to show you how to start the joining process. Okay, so I knitted all 10 stitches. And if you can see, my camera will focus. I doubt it will because it hates me. Okay, if you can see, there's like the corner to my ridge, like the ridge of my corner. Here's in between the ridges. I hope you can see this. Here's in between the ridges, here's in between a ridge, here's in between a ridge, here's in between a ridge. I want to go in between the ridge, basically the little valley in between the ridges. And all I'm going to do is stick my needle, and I want to pick up 2 threads. See, there's 1, there's 2. I just want to go in 2. And it's in that first ridge. There's the ridge to the corner. Sorry. There's the ridge to the corner, and here's the first ridge. And I just want to put it right in between that first ridge. And I'm going to pick up 2. There's 1, there's 2. Let's go in. I'm going to pick up that stitch. I'm going to turn my work. And I'm going to knit these 2 together. And I promise these videos will get better as soon as I can learn how to edit and I get the proper tripod to hold the camera. I promise these videos will get better. Okay, so there, you join the first one. Now you're going to turn your work and you're going to join the second one. You're going to go all the way down. And you're just going to knit all 10 stitches. Just like before. Okay, all 10 stitches knitted. I'm going to look for my other valley or my little in between the ridge here. And as you can see, it's right there. Here's a ridge. Here's a ridge. I'm going to go right in there. And I'm going to pick up 2 pieces. And this is finicky at first. I'm not going to lie. You're going to have to really pay attention and take your time, but you'll get it. I promise. Right there. There's a ridge here, a ridge here. I'm going to go right in between there and pick up these 2 threads. Pick it up. I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to knit these 2 together. And you're going to do that all the way down. You're going to go and pick up every stitch in between the ridges if that's how you want to do it. That's how I do it. And you're going to do that all the way to the very, very bottom. And hold on, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, turn my work. Okay, so you can see the ridges. We have a ridge here. So our next, where we're going to pick up our next stitch is going to be right here. Oops, sorry, right there. We're going to go right into there. And then for our next one, we're going to go right into there. And then we're going to go right into here. We're going to pick up here, here, and here. And then the very bottom, you want to try to get it the closest to the bottom. You want to go and stick your needle right into here to get that very last, it's like right next to the cast on edge. And you want to get that right there. And you want to join your stitch there. Pick it up, knit all across 10. That's where you want to go. That's the last stitch you want to pick up on this side. And then after you pick up that stitch and you knit it all the way across and you're back here at this point, you're immediately going to start another corner, which means you're going to start your short rows. And you're going to do a whole corner. And then after you get the whole corner done and you have 10 normal stitches on your needle, you're going to be looking at your work like this. And then you're going to be picking up on the cast off edge. And you're going to pick up, it looks like almost like a crochet chain. You're just going to pick up the little crochet, like the little braids. There's 2 of them here. You're going to pick up that one and that one. And you're going to start picking up stitches on this edge, right in between there. And I like to plan it out before I actually start picking up my stitches. I don't use stitch markers because I'm not patient enough to do that. I don't like doing it. Stitch markers get in my way. I don't know. I just count them out, make sure I know exactly where I'm going to go before I go there, and that's good enough for me, and it works. So that's how you pick up the stitches. Remember, you always want to get that very last stitch as close as you can to the bottom. Pick that up, do your 10, knit back, do your 10, and then you're going to start, as soon as you get to the very bottom of a pickup row, pickup edge, you're going to start a new corner again. And then you're going to, after your corner's completed, you're going to start picking up on this side. And you're going to do that all the way around. Each time you come to an edge, you're going to do a corner. And then you're going to pick up. Then you're going to do a corner, and then you're going to pick up. That's how you pick up and where you pick up, and how I start anyway. And I also had someone ask me about how to change color, so I thought I would do that real quick. You can change color anywhere you want in this blanket. As long as it's on the outside edge, it's the easiest way to do it. So I just did the 10 stitches. I'm ready to pick up another stitch. So I'm on my outside edge, getting ready to start over. I'm going to put my needle in as to knit. I'm going to take my new color. I'm just going to make a loop like so. I'm going to stick it over that needle. And I'm going to knit. I'm going to knit with the new color. And it's going to be fumbly because there's nothing tied down or anchored down. But you just want to knit a couple with your new color. After you get a couple knitted, I like to go back and just tie my old color and my new color back together. I'm sure a lot of you know how to change color, but for those that don't, this is how I do it. You want to tug a little bit, but not enough to like break your yarn. No need to make a knot that tight. And later on you can just go in and, weave in your ends, sew in your ends. And then you just continue knitting with your new color. I'll show you what that looks like. The joining with the new color. It's the same as anything. Okay, I have there's a ridge here, there's a ridge there, and there's a ridge there. Can you see that? I probably should have used a different color of yarn, so I apologize for that. Oh, and I'm just going to go right in between the ridges, pick up that stitch, turn my work, and knit them together. And you just continue it that way all the way around. And when you come to the very bottom of a joining edge, you start your corner again. And when you're finished with your corner, you start picking up stitches again. And when you can't pick up any more stitches, then you start a new corner. But there you go. That's what it looks like. And that's how you change color, and that's how you pick up on the edge. And you just do that all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't keep count. Some people like to keep count. I don't. I figure if it looks good to my eye, then it's good enough for me. That's all I can think of. If you guys have any more suggestions on what you would like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you would like to subscribe, like, and share with all your knitting friends, that would be great also. I plan on doing more. Like I said, the video quality will get better as time goes on. I don't really have the proper setup, but I'm making things work. So yeah, and I still don't know how to edit. I have to learn that too. That's a whole new craft for me, but I will learn. So yeah, so let me know what you think. Like it, subscribe if you want, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.